We're always in our clubhouse getting high. Super fuckers! Everybody wishes we would die. Super fuckers! Here we come like a bomb. Everybody fucking run and hide.
Hey, it's the Pizza Party Podcast.
Well, excuse me, Pan.
Yeah.
And to fucking I wanted to introduce this time, but no, you always have to introduce.
I'm Pan Pizza. Who are you people?
Hey, everybody. I'm Link.
Hey, Link.
Have you guys seen The Princess?
No.
Hey, I'm Luigi.
Hey, I'm Captain Lou Albano. Fuck you, Luigi. It's the Mario Brothers Show podcast, because we're going to talk about that later. Although last week we did a Q&A podcast. Like, is anyone okay if we just do Q&As instead of just, like, topics, because I don't want to do 3-hour-long podcasts anymore.
We could do whatever you want to do.
You're fucking pussy. Come on.
It's your show, you fucker.
I'm asking the audience.
Tell Penny to go fuck himself.
We could just do a topic one week and then Q&A the next time.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, but ask all of us questions instead of just general directionless ones, because that's boring.
Yeah. Well, if you guys, you can choose the podcast questions if you want. Just scroll through the.
Okay.
That's work, though.
Oh, then I guess I'll choose the questions.
But if you do
send me questions, and if any of them are based on memes, I'll block you there.
Yeah.
If you want to be on the podcast, the best way is to ask on a question in the comments.
Yes, exactly. That's perfect.
That's for later.
That's how we pick guests. It's through that.
But the next video is going to be a video about A Day with SpongeBob, the lost SpongeBob film that people are searching for right now.
Wait, did you find it?
Yeah, you did.
No, but I asked someone who's working at Nickelodeon, like, what they know, and they said, this looks so bad, it's funny. I'll ask a higher up when I can. So yeah, that's the next video. And then let's get into the news.
Hello, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Welcome to the No Spin Zone. Is Donald Trump racist against Mexicans? Find out now.
There's a difference between the news and a fact, Nolan.
Whoa! Okay, news. Hey, you guys know the company Rovio? They made Angry Birds.
Yeah.
What about them?
Yeah.
It's not like you told us this beforehand, but what about them, Pan?
Well, they have 670 employees, although they decided to lay off 260 of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I'm pretty sure they're financially struggling for sure, you know.
I mean, Angry Birds was super popular like 3 years ago, and now it kind of just fizzled out.
Well, they oversaturated the market where it was like you couldn't go anywhere. You know those machines with the claw in them? It would just be full of Angry Birds merchant. Because I frequent those machines. But every time I see one, I'm like, I better see what the kids are into. But it was like... I
need to get a present for my anniversary.
Shut up. I did that once. Nobody needs to know.
Fun fact, for Christmas, I got my mom a ring from one of those 25-cent dispensers, and she actually liked it.
How old were you?
13.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to be like 20 or something, and you did that.
I was 19 when I did that,
Shit.
yeah. I was just on my way. I forgot completely.
I kind of want to do that again, just to see what she'll say. And then be like, oh, just kidding. Here's an actual present.
Suck it! But, like, I don't know, like... 3 years ago, it was so oversaturated. Like everyone, like if you go on the iPhone store, like everyone was making like Angry Bird knockoffs. Like
now they're just making fucking like frozen baby delivery games.
I mean, there was like Gangnam Birds or whatever big movie that came out 3 years ago. It was too much. But yeah, but there's still. But the people that they laid off, it does not affect the people who are working on the Angry Birds movie.
Oh,
so,
thank fucking God.
When does that come out?
I don't know, but they have $100 million budget, and it's going to be produced in Canada.
Oh, geez. Well, it's sure to be a success.
Well, that's like their Giant Test was made.
Yeah.
And Shaolin Chronicles, the hit spin-off series from Shaolin Showdown.
Golly,
hey, like 2 whole episodes. Come on. 2 episodes.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix now, by the way.
All 2 episodes. Holy
Christy
crap.
Huey's really pushing for it, even though it's probably going to tank. So I just feel bad. Can you please go watch like 5 minutes of an episode for her sake, please?
No.
I'm waiting for like Five Nights at Freddy's just to become oversaturated, or
It already is oversaturated. Most of the ads though, like, are on Fur Affinity, which I find really fun. Because that just shows how Scott knows his audience, and like his Christian roots are being uprooted. Just for the sake of a profit.
Yeah, because Five Nights at Freddy's was originally like it was just like some other game about these Christian bears, and then some commenter said, these look like crappy animatronics at Chuck E. Cheese, and then the creator said, you know what, fuck this, I'm gonna make a video game with crappy animatronics at Chuck E. Cheese.
No, the story is that it was Beaver's Lumber Company or something, and everybody who played it was like, these look like really freaky animatronics, please stop making games, you fucking faggot. And then Scott was like, oh man. And then he was like, wait, I can make a horror game, that'd be a good idea. And now Five Nights at Freddy's is born.
So yeah, that's the lesson. Work with your limitations. Like, if someone tells you draw crappy, like, make a story about crappy drawings coming to life and killing you. Oh, wait, hey, that reminds me, Loki IRL, it's already out by the time this airs. Yay, well, the first update. But yeah, on Loki, it's gonna update every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and there's a link in the description.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
It's finally gonna be out. Cartoons in real life, and real life's awful. Yay.
You messed up your own fucking tagline, you idiot.
Yeah, it's close enough.
God damn it, man.
Yeah. So let's go into the next news, because Angry Birds is dead. Speaking of oversaturation, Minions is now the 3rd highest grossing animated film of all time.
What's number 1?
Behind Toy Story 3 and Frozen, right?
Frozen's number 1, I think, right?
It already beat The Lion King, and now it's gonna beat Toy Story 3. Fuck yeah.
I can't believe
Greatest.
Minions.
That just goes to show how good marketing is for your movie.
Yeah, but it's like, how did this... That's like one of those that I'm like, I don't even know how that happened. It's like overnight, it's like, that made $1 billion? Like...
Yep. I don't know.
I just don't even... I can't even... Did it make that much here? I just don't...
It's not international market?
No, it did. It did. I mean, that's worldwide, $1 billion, okay. But like, it's I don't know. I just don't. Minions. I just don't get it. It made more than Despicable Me 2, right?
Yeah. Although I didn't like Despicable Me 2.
How do you think the creator's feeling? He's just like, yes.
Oh man, I got money.
He probably makes so much because he voices them all and he directs it. He's just he took out all the water in his swimming pool and just put $100 bills and filled it, and he's just swimming in it.
He's Scrooge McDick.
Yeah,
Scrooge McDucket.
Except instead of money, he puts coins and he dives into the coins and he fucking dies.
He's like, you know what we should do? Let's make a Minions Frozen crossover, and it'll make $2 billion.
I like to imagine though that Disney's like crawling up to him. They're like, please give us some of your money. And he's like, ha ha ha, not in a million years. No, I know he would speak Minion.
I feel like Minions. I feel like,
and they're
Minions
like, what the fuck did you say?
Or like Minions is like Shrek, where it's like really big for a little bit, and then it like takes this nosedive, or it's like, or like Angry Birds.
Yeah, Angry Birds. It's just gonna end eventually. People are gonna get tired of it and never want to see it again until like 10 years later, we'll be like, hey, remember the early 2000s? And remember 2010 and the Minions? That was. Oh, kids today don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, but that's when I expect the world will crash and burn. You know, the United States will crash, and then it'll cause World War III, etc.
Yeah.
So
fuck you, Minions.
So wait, I think I just implied that the Minions will bring the world out of ruin.
Oh, yeah.
Save us all.
That sounds plausible. They're gonna do that. But next bit of news. Hey guys, you like Disneyland?
No.
Well,
Not really.
What about Dismalland?
What? I love that land.
Okay, street artist Banksy. He's this guy who paints like things on the wall, and it says, like, let's say there's a sign that says no parking. He gets the no parking sign and he crosses out no and ing, so it just says park, and then there's a girl swinging, and it's like, yeah,
Whoa.
Take that.
That's deep.
Yeah.
I just got that. That's like, I saw him do one, and under stop, he stop sign, he wrote communism or capitalism, and I was like, that's a good point, man. We should stop that. It made me think while we were stopped at that stop sign. I stopped too long. People were honking, so I was thinking about how much of a genius he was.
Well, since Banksy wants to stick it to capitalism and stuff, he made his own theme park called Dismalland, and it's basically a rundown Disney amusement park featuring a Grim Reaper on a bumper car spinning around while there's a song that goes, staying alive, that thing. And also...
My question is, how did he get this much money to begin with if he's a fucking street artist?
Capitalism.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he's not stopping capitalism. He's using it, man.
Yeah, he acts like he's one of us, but no. He's no better than all these other fucking capitalist frauds.
Although apparently I heard it's not doing well, so...
Well, he charges for admission, so...
How much does he charge for admission?
I don't know. Probably a lot, because it's such an exclusive place, I assume.
I just don't get why he would make it. That's the part I don't get.
Capitalism, you know?
Because
like,
he's a fucking hack.
Well, this is like, I feel like this is the tipping point where people are starting to go like, is he really that deep, or is he like just
a hack?
I don't know. Yeah, like a kind of like a capitalist.
A hack. He's like, okay, like if you go to like the art side of the camp of a school campus like I do, you'll pretty much see basically like a bunch of knockoffs of his art. So it's like, I don't know, a lot of people can do the same thing he does. The reason why he's successful is that he gets his name out there.
Yeah.
Hey guys, that's an important networking tip. Get your name out there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much of a fucking loser you are, just so long as you get your name out there. Yeah,
be a nice person. That's how it worked for Mark Echo's Getting Up, and that guy who draws the superheroes really crappy in the 90s, Rob Liefeld, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, people say that he's a really nice guy to work with, so that's why he gets work.
Well, he was better when...
I guess I'm going to be out of a job then.
Oh!
He wasn't writing his comics. That's when he was better. When he started writing his comics, then you're like, oh, no.
Uh-oh. Just become a corporate yes man and make Terminator Genesis or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I just
don't fight for your ideas, just accept what the studio wants from you.
I just don't get, like, with the whole Disney thing, it's like, I think the whole idea of, like, oh, this is Disney, but it's messed up joke is, like, really played out. Like, we need to stop with that, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, no, but she's Snow White, but, like, she's got a tattoo and piercing, and you're like... Oh,
and she's a hooker.
Yeah, and
I want to know who keeps making those, like, edits where, like, it's Disney princesses, but they're all tattooed up, and they got dyed hair, and they got, like...
And they're sing girls, basically.
Yeah! Emily loves those.
I just have gotten really sick of, like, I'll see on my Facebook feed, someone will be like, they made a video, and all the Disney villains are singing about how they're not really villains, and I'm like, oh, all right. Is that
top 10 hottest Disney animals?
Yeah, it's just like I like Disney movies and stuff, but like this weird obsession people have. I think it's also like I never believed I had to live up to that stuff, so I think a lot of people thought it was maybe reality. I don't know the way they act about it. Sorry, am I going?
That's fine.
You're ruining our vision of the future.
I just like don't get. When I see the messed up Disney thing, I'm like, okay, all right, I get it, but
yeah, we know they're corporate and assholes. We get it.
Yeah, it's like I'd like someone to do something interesting with the Disney thing rather than Disneyland's like, oh, okay, I saw that, but it's cute. I'm glad you have lots of money.
I don't know, like I imagine this would be like Banksy's like big message to Disney, like screw you, fuck you. But what Disney should do is just reply to him and just say the word K.
No, they're going to do
the letter.
Yeah, just the letter K.
They're going to do what they did to Escape from Tomorrowland.
Oh yeah, ignore them.
They're just going to ignore him. Or
what was Escape from Tomorrowland again?
It was a movie where that was not authorized by Disney. Basically, they went into the Disney parks and filmed inside and shot a movie, like a horror movie.
He took consumer cameras that like anyone would have in Disneyland. And they went in every day and just shot like they were shooting like, oh, my kid's on a ride or something, but they made this cult horror movie, and then they released it, and everyone thought at Sundance and at the festivals, oh, this will get like locked in a vault and become an underground classic. And Disney just went, what if we don't give it the attention it wants and don't do anything, and then no one will remember it in a year? And Disney was right, because like when Dismalland happened, people had to bring up Escape from Tomorrowland, and when I brought it up to most people, hadn't seen it. Like it's a decent enough movie, but it's like funny how like it was supposed to be this big thing, and Disney, by not doing anything, crushed it, which is like one of the more hilarious ideas. It's called the Streisand theory. Because she had a wedding or something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but she said, please don't cover this. And so because she said don't, they all did it. And so a lot of celebrities and companies now will be like, well, what if we just don't do anything? And then no one will do it. No, it won't become this big thing. People won't go, oh, Disney doesn't want you to see this. They don't want to say like Disney ambivalently did nothing. That's not a good headline.
Hey guys.
Yeah, basically don't feed the trolls.
Hey guys. Please don't commission me. Huh?
But if Disney really wanted to crutch Dismaland, they would open their own version of Dismaland down the street, and it would totally crush it. That's what they should do. Do the same idea, the whole thing, but have it be Disney. And that would be hilarious, because it would not only ruin his park, but they would probably make more money off of it.
It would essentially be Mondo Burger.
Yeah,
just a rival across the street.
They should do it. Disney, I think you should do it. It would be hilarious. It would like just ruin the whole idea, because no one would want to go. Be like, no, it's not as good as like, you know, Ariel with lots of tattoos and a septum ring and all that stuff.
Uh-oh.
Does it ever scare anybody though how like fucking really business savvy Disney is?
Well,
Kinda, yeah.
Like they're always so ahead of the curve usually, and it's kind of surprising. Like how do they do it?
Fucking mess with them.
Well, they used to not be as great. It's like more recently when they bought Lucas and didn't let Pixar escape. And
I really think that we're gonna end up like the future like Wall-E, where we're all gonna be on those little floaty chairs, and everything's gonna be owned by one big corporation.
That was Pixar's warning.
Yeah.
After they were bought by Disney, oh my god.
Oh no.
This is like a fucking creepypasta.
Although I will say, I'm not so against that because I am a little lazy. So like if all my life was watching movies and sitting in a chair and eating fatty food, not having to worry about my physical appearance, how bad would that really be? I mean,
you have diabetes, most likely.
Well, they'd have a cure for it in Wall-E, didn't they?
Did they specifically go, hey, everybody, we have a cure for diabetes?
That was a cut scene, I think.
Dude, maybe they were just like, oh man, I got diabetes. Hang on, let me take this pill. I'm fine now.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna live in a world soon enough where 50% of it is owned by Disney, and then 50% of it is owned by Google.
Probably, unless Disney buys Google. But there might be antitrust laws against that.
Oh,
what do you mean antitrust? Like
you can't like the U.S. government won't let you have like just one corporation ruling over everything. That's why some companies like Viacom had to split up because they were too big.
Damn.
So you can only get so big.
Yeah, isn't technically the government one big corporation though?
Oh no.
Well, technically, like the post office is a monopoly, but they don't make them break. And technically,
explain
the government,
that, Obama.
And if you think about it, the government is a monopoly because there's no other government. It's not like you can go to that other government.
If it's a monopoly, why don't we just go to a Yahtzee?
Oh,
I don't know.
That's such a dad joke. That's such a
delete Skype, delete your channel, delete Tumblr, delete everything. Fuck you.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Wow, Pan, that certainly was a risk.
Oh.
Sorry I strategoed that one.
Oh my god, speaking of Yahtzee, have you seen this commercial for the new M. Night Shyamalan film, The Visit?
We're visiting our grandparents for the first time.
We think there's someone outside the door. so funny. Let's make it a perfect family night. The Visit, rated PG-13.
Yeah, it just it just ends on this old lady screaming at the camera saying Yahtzee!
Just like when she goes, the old lady's like, could you go into the oven to clean it?
Would you mind getting inside the oven to clean it?
Oh my god!
Please play that. Please play that. Please play both.
Would you mind getting inside the oven to clean it?
The Visit, rated PG-13.
I'll edit in, but oh my god, I just realized, yeah, a couple of days ago they announced they really are gonna do The Last Airbender 2.
No, bullshit. What? That's just a joke.
Yes. No, it's on the fucking news. A few days ago, they seriously announced that they're gonna do Last Airbender 2.
Give it to me.
Is he involved?
Give me the link, you asshole.
Yep.
I don't believe you.
I know he's now gonna do cheap horror movies because he's doing he's doing that, but he's also doing a movie with Joaquin Phoenix.
I didn't think we'd actually do this, but Airbender 2, it's gonna happen.
I think this is M. Night talking out of his ass.
I feel like I feel the same. Like, I think M. Night hasn't interviews like M. Night been like a complete asshat and just talked himself up.
Although you should see the documentary they made about him. Did you ever see that?
There's a documentary on him?
Oh, you're going to like this. So, around the time The Village came out, they made a documentary for the Sci-Fi Channel, and it's about M. Night Shyamalan. Is that all the press that was coming out? But apparently it was like a fake documentary about how he's involved in all this like secret witch stuff and how he apparently drowned for 5 seconds and he came back and he could speak to the dead and he like had all these supernatural powers. But they released it as a real documentary, War of the Worlds type thing.
So he's like Chris Angel.
Well, in this weird documentary, yeah. And then people the press got really pissed off that they had been tricked to watch this like dumb. But it's like kind of
tricked. Yeah.
I like watching it because it's like most of the time when you see a publicity making of, it's really boring and it's like the celebrities are like, hey, it's a Banksy blank movie. Isn't that Banksy amazing and stuff? And you're like, oh, this is boring as all hell. And at least they did something different with it. I kind of appreciate that it's like they made up this whole bizarre backstory and that he was part of this weird witch cult and all this stuff. I don't know. I think I saw it through Netflix on disc. I don't know if it's still available, but it's worth checking out. I forget. It's like The Secrets of M. Night Shyamalan or something. It was when people still had respect for him. So like 10 years ago.
Those were a different time.
When they thought he's the next Spielberg.
Next question. Oh, wait, no. Next piece of news. Hey, Scooby-Doo is going to be back in theaters. This time, animated.
Thank fuck.
Yeah.
I can't wait to have another animated Scooby-Doo movie, everybody.
Yeah, I don't give a shit anymore.
Why is it on theater?
Because it's for theaters, like the other movies. This time it's the legit, real deal.
Are they really going to put it in theaters, or is it just like they've made so many direct-to-video ones?
I don't know anymore.
It's going to be the biggest one.
Are the direct-to-video ones even profitable, or are they just enough to warrant making more?
They keep making them each year, so I assume so. I mean, Scooby-Doo sells... I mean, it's a brand. It sells a lot of toys and clothing and stuff.
Well, I guess if they do a movie, they can then sell more toys and clothing and stuff. So.
I want an actual Scooby-Doo parody like the first movie was going to be. Instead of halfway, half-committal bullshit.
It's kind of like a very Brady movie.
Oh, yeah. I kind of like the Brady Bunch movies.
Where it's just so campy where they're very cheesy, but everyone else is playing it straight.
Well, it's a cool idea when it's like everyone else is in 1994 and they're in 1967 and acting like this caricature of the Brady Bunch. It's like a cool juxtaposition. But if you don't, other people have tried to do it, but they try to do it like there was that Leave It to Beaver 90s movie. And it was just like Leave It to Beaver in the 90s. It was really boring.
Oh, but I don't know. Yesterday I was watching the Steve Irwin movie Collision Course. You guys remember that?
Yeah, I do. Wasn't there like a ton of fart jokes in it?
Okay, well, basically what it was like 3 separate films going on. It was like the typical documentary of Steve Irwin and then this government conspiracy thing where they're trying to track him down because he found something by accident.
Some satellite or something?
Yeah. But at the last 20 minutes is when these three storylines connect. They have a collision course.
Fuck off.
But, like, you see these, I guess, government agent guys are, like, chasing him on a car, and they're, like, shooting at him. But, like, Steve Irwin is still a character, and he still talks to the camera saying, Cronky, these guys are gonna kill us!
Why did he have to die? Why couldn't they have taken fucking Donald Trump?
I mean, the movie it's so cheesy, like, it works because he just doesn't take these life-threatening situations seriously, and there's no cameraman there, he's literally talking to the audience.
How come they never did the old 80s tagline?
Is it on Netflix?
Where they went like, it's a collision course to wackiness.
Oh, where did that come from? What movie was that?
I was just like in a lot of 80s comedies, they would say, it's a collision course to wackiness. And I think it was, I don't know, The Color Purple, maybe.
The Color Purple?
Yeah.
No.
You know the part where they have a collision course on Wackiness Avenue?
No, I don't remember that. That must have been The Wiz.
I'm thinking of the movie The Color of Friendship that was on Disney Channel.
Yay.
What the fucking...
Wait, there's a movie called The Color of Friendship?
Yeah, it's this movie about...
Wait,
like,
what was
racism.
The Color of Friendship?
It was like it was this movie about racism and how this white girl and black girl were friends.
In the 60s? No, in the 50s.
Yeah, but what was
40s?
is it green or is it purple?
It's black. The Color of Friendship is black.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Or it was
Not gray.
colorblind. That's probably the right answer.
Well, if you were colorblind, you could still see hues and could tell what's darker and what's lighter, so I don't think that would work.
That's a good point.
Yeah, fucking colorblindness is a fraud. What a joke.
This whole podcast is a joke.
Yeah, but hey, next bit of news. So, it's been 15 years and Aqua Teen Hunger Force has finally ended.
I've never seen Aqua Teen, so I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
that's
next,
right. You
next
haven't...
bit of news, then.
What do you guys want to say about Aqua Teen?
I guess me and Ken are the only ones who saw the ending. Without spoiling it, what'd you think of the ending, Ken?
There's 2 endings. There's one online and there's one they aired on TV. The ending was on TV was shit. I hated it. It was stupid. And the one online was funny because it was surreal. And that's my
Yeah. Because they had a separate ending that they released online, like a bonus episode for some reason, online only. I'll link to it below. But it's like, damn, it's over. I felt kind of sad seeing Meatwad all grown up, and he's like, oh wait, never mind.
You're spoiling it.
Nah, whatever.
Well, that was in the ads, that part.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. It's
I
over.
I was surprised no one online made a bigger deal out of Aqua Teen ending, because like that's why I didn't even know it happened, because I didn't see anyone write articles about like, hey, this is the show that started with Adult Swim and all this stuff. Like, there wasn't really anything. There really should have been more about it, I thought, because it's a pretty big deal show, I think.
I mean, it was the entire lifespan of Adult Swim up until now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Rick and Morty seems to be the show that gets all the attention for Adult Swim. It's like,
Yeah.
that show's really, really... I know it's bigger than Community ever was, actually. So...
Yeah. But I don't know, I feel Rick and Morty like fills like the void that Futurama ended on. Like that sci-fi comedy that everyone loves.
Yeah. But it didn't get cool. It hasn't gotten shitty yet.
Oh, well, we're barely season 2, so we can like wait a few seasons.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
well, Community was decent all throughout, so...
Yeah. But hey, next bit of news. Very Odd Parent is still going, and this time they added a neighbor girl who has to share the Very Odd Parents with Timmy.
Yep.
So first they added.
Thing.
It just
So
kind of
first-
floors me how many sharks the show can jump. Like,
It's going for a record. I mean, they first added a baby, then a dog, and now a neighbor girl.
Maybe they jumped. They started with the sharks. Then they jumped the original buses that the Fonz jumped. Then they went back to jumping sharks again. And then now they're jumping buses all over again. Because first he jumped the buses, and then he crashes, and then he has to go to the hospital. I used to watch Happy Days. But the sharks, I think he just like jumped over them, and then it was fine. So, you know.
All this originated from Happy Days, the shark jumping thing. Yeah. Which, for those who don't know, shark jumping means is when a show just tries, I guess, something ridiculous just to like keep ratings going, or like, you know, keep
or
the
just
audience,
keep the show going.
Yeah, which I don't know. The Very Odd Parents is just guilty of that, adding all these extra characters. Like, what are they gonna add next season?
They're gonna add a cat for the neighbor girl. She needs a cat.
Yeah, she needs a cat.
Female. I don't know what else after that.
Alf, bring in Alf.
I would like that. Let's bring Alf in. What's Alf doing? Nothing.
Like, eventually, it's gonna be like that Rick and Morty episode where it's just filled, where the house is filled with all these doppelgangers and things, and they're just gonna have like Mr. Pencil Guy, Poopy McButthole, Jay and Silent Bob's gonna be in the Very Odd Parents now. The Pizza Planet truck.
Bravo. They're just gonna add that character in there.
They'll say Sanjay and Craig are in the same universe.
Well, apparently Wreck-It Ralph are in the same universe, because there's a scene where Wreck-It Ralph are in the background of an episode.
That's an animation cameo, and you know it.
Oh, look, it's canon. At this point, who cares?
How can you spy outside of the video game world, Pan? Answer me that.
Oh no, and then also they're gonna add Drake Bell, like they're gonna superimpose him like Blue's Clues in front of a green screen, and he's gonna be a part of the cast of Very Odd Parents.
Yeah, but he's already Timmy in the live action movies.
It's gonna be like Ben 10 Omniverse. It's gonna be the old and it's gonna be like Sonic Generations, like the old and the new ones together. It's never gonna end. It's gonna go on forever.
Yeah, this is why Bush is adding all these characters. He's really wanting the show to end like so bad.
He wants probably wants to do Danny Phantom again, but Nickelodeon won't let him ever since he blew the fucking budget.
Oh yeah,
I kind of like Danny Phantom.
Danny Phantom's a great show.
By the way, a while back when I was going to Comic-Con, Butch Hartman's marketing team or whatever messaged me saying, "Hey, would you like to do an interview with Butch Hartman?" And then, I don't know, I got back to them a week later because I was busy at Comic-Con, and I said, yeah, I would. And I never heard word back from them. I sent them another message and no word back.
Hello?
I think maybe this had to do with the whole, it's either because...
You responded late.
One, that I responded late to, he realized, wait, RebelTaxi is not for children, what the fuck? Or 3, it was all those times I made fun of him, or the time Nicholas, wanted to date him and said that she was his daughter's age. So that was classic.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Butch Hartman doesn't listen to our podcasts.
No. Oh well. Butch Hartman, please be on our podcast.
I'd love to talk to him, like unironically speaking. I ask him a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot he did Danny Phantom. I was like, that was like a show I was into, and like nobody else. People were like, "Why do you like that?" It's like, it's a cool show. He's a Phantom. What's not to like?
It's one of Butch Hartman's it's one of Butch Hartman's best shows because it has like none of the Butch Hartman cliches in it.
Yeah, with horror movie references.
Well, okay, it has some of the fucking comedic bullshit where they
make a joke and they look at the camera.
Yeah, or they do one of those music cues or whatever.
Yeah. Like Tough Puppy also had the same music cues.
It's all Butch Hartman shows do.
Yeah, but Danny Phantom was more whoever the current writer was for season 1 and 2 before he got fired. I forget his name, but that was more his show than if anything, because he had a good plot going.
Oh, that what they could add for Very Odd Parents. They could add a laugh track.
Oh,
like Animal Roommates. We've heard.
Yeah. That TV show that he was gonna make with Seth MacFarlane, a pilot that he pitched. It was a sitcom, an animated sitcom about these animals, and it had a laugh track.
That sounds fucking horrible, actually.
Well, I guess because the Flintstones had a laugh track.
Yeah.
Didn't the original Scooby-Doo? I forget.
What happened to that fucking show anyway? The Flintstones remake with
Oh, it fell apart because. Yeah, he was like, I'm too busy, basically. I have to make Ted 2. I think it was but apparently like the Hanna-Barbera estate was down with it. It was just like, was it going to be on Fox or somewhere else? I forget.
I think so. I mean, who knows?
That's one of those things that got announced in a really big way and just kind of fell apart. And then it was like on Labor Day weekend, he just released a statement and everyone forgot about it.
Yeah, see you in hell, asshole.
It was like, I don't think it's going to happen, but Ted 2 or 3.
But
hey, I gotta make Ted 2. I can't work on Flintstones. Come on, man.
But Charmin, please be do an interview with me. Because he was advertising this app called, I don't know what it was called, Zoog Network, ZOOG. Like, I think it was something for kids. I don't know what it was. And then I was on their website and it says a safe place for kids. And then I realized, oh, so that's why they won't interview me. Okay, now I get it. Whoops.
Yeah, there's a lot of kids that watch your videos.
They fucking approach you if like they had to have known who you are and they had to have known what type of what your humor is.
I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe they're just looking up like cartoon videos. Like, this guy's pretty popular.
You'd be surprised how often people will not realize what kind of stuff you do. They'll just look at the numbers. And then
I mean, they'll probably...
Yeah, that's something my dad doesn't really get about, like, animation or show business. And he's like, you better watch what you say, because, like, you're going to get in trouble or whatever, and you won't be able to do anything because people won't hire you. And I'm like, Dad, please.
Yeah,
well, that happened to some person in the industry. Well, I mean, I don't know. I was with Frederator, and they were telling us, like, yeah, this guy fucked up his chances completely.
Hey, paisanos, it's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show! With the Mario Brothers and plumbing's a game. We're not like the others who get all the fame. If your sink is in trouble, you can call us on the double. We're faster than the others, you'll be hooked on the brothers. Hooked on the brothers.
Oh, so let's get into the topic. I mean, strawberries.
What?
Oh, yeah.
You asshole. I want a strawberry.
But hey, the topic today is the Super Mario Brothers.
Excuse me.
That's the Zelda
I already
cartoon.
did that joke.
That only plays on Fridays. The Super Mario Brothers Super Show from the 80s. Hey, paisanos.
Hey, paisanos, I'm super Italian.
Hey, so what this was is...
the kids, yo.
In the 80s, Mario had a cartoon. Half of it was live action, half of it was a cartoon. And
half of it was good.
It featured the voice... Well, Mario was played by the wrestler Captain Lou Albano. Rest his soul.
His soul will never be able to rest after his work on that show.
Yeah, he's still doing the Mario. So, anyone see the Super Mario Brothers Super Show?
I'd seen it.
I've seen bits of it.
Okay.
I saw an episode where Mario got mummified, and I was like, damn, son, I can jack to that.
God damn.
Mamma mia.
No, I
Let me tell you how I first discovered it. Like 2003 or so, Yahoo had a kids section, or was it AOL? Well, they had a bunch of like cartoons on there, and I saw, ooh, Mario and Zelda had a cartoon, and then I clicked on this, and like, I saw the designs. It's like, why is Bowser all green? Why is Ganon a pig like this? And I was just so confused at everything. Like, I was so used to the 64 and GameCube era of Super Mario Brothers designs.
It was like a pretty big show. Because I watched it when I was a kid and when it aired, and I'd get like everyone was like rushing home to. I think it was syndicated. So in my market, it was on in the afternoon. I remember people getting all excited, like, "Oh shit, it's Friday! Time to." Well, we didn't say "Oh shit" because I was like 4. But
it's Friday.
Yeah, it was like, oh, gee, it's Friday. I remember like Friday feeling special because Zelda was going to be on. Like, I would be like, Zelda's going to be on. Oh my god! And I tell like I'd go to my friend Nick's house and I tell his mom, and I was like, and Zelda's on. I mean, come on, how can the weekend not start with Zelda? This is going to be great. I was like, so it was like it's good as like as a kid show. I get why I was into it, but it does not play past the age of 4. It's like,
yeah, And then your friend's mom was like, God, why do you invite him over?
It's why is he so excited about Zelda? And then anytime I'd watch it and my dad would walk by, he goes, who's that? Is that guy Zelda? I go, no, that's Link. I go, yeah, but it says Legend of Zelda, and he's holding his sword above the titles, so that's Zelda. And I go, no, that's Link. Zelda's the princess. And he's like, why isn't she up there? This is stupid.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds me, like, Link is essentially like Doctor Who or Assassin's Creed, where it's different characters in different generations, you know?
Did we really just compare
Legend of Zelda did that first, man. That comparison doesn't work.
I don't care about Doctor Who, but like
Doctor Who came out in the 50s though.
Well, you know, it's kind of like in that style.
You said Assassin's Creed.
You know, like different characters in different generations. Like I mean, the Zelda games are not the same Link each time. They're from a different time frame of Hyrule, isn't it?
Yeah,
but
isn't the second one the same Link?
I don't know, but
the second one is the same Link. Yeah,
but like, the thing is, like, the Zelda games, the Zelda as a character doesn't really change up that much. Like, currently there's like only two designs, either the Wind Waker cartoon version or the realistic Twilight version.
There's Skyward Sword.
I mean, they gotta like change up the character, like acknowledge that they're different generations, different timelines. That would be cool. Like, I don't know,
female Link.
They need like modern day Zelda. Like, I remember seeing this art on like Twitter of someone making like modern Zelda, where he's just like this graffiti artist, and he has a riot shield that he stole and a
what?
Wow, that sounds fucking dumb.
It's shut up. It'll be cool.
No,
it's like
you sold it so poorly.
Look,
yeah,
I can't believe Link is fucking Banksy.
Fuck off.
Well, he literally just described him. He's a fucking graffiti artist. He stole a riot shield.
Shut up.
Oh man, I'm so excited to play as Banksy in the new Legend of like fucking. Oh god, I can't think of a Banksy parallel for Zelda.
Oh man, the Legend
Capitalism.
The Legend of Capitalism. Yeah.
The Legend of Wendy's.
Adventures at Disneyland.
Yeah, but that'd be awesome. Like Pirates Zelda. No wait, well we already have Pirate Zelda. Hang on. Ninjas Zelda in like ancient Japan or something. Like he's a samurai now.
Are ninjas in the Zelda universe?
African person, tribal person Zelda. You got Mexican sombrero Zelda.
Taco eater. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, they need. Well, anyway.
Boo.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, like, the Zeldas looked all. I mean, the Links. Oh, wait, I'm saying Zelda. All the Links look the same, you know. Change them up.
They do look different.
Yeah.
There's all.
Well, the designs are different, usually.
Slightly. I mean, currently there's just Wind Waker Zelda and Twilight Zelda.
Yeah.
There's other Zelda games. Do you play video games, Pat?
Yeah, I play video games.
I don't
all
think
of them.
you do.
Like,
Yeah, you play awesome video games like The Legend of Banksy.
yay! That's Mark Echo's Getting Up. Hey, going back to Mario Bros.
Hey, excuse me.
I liked it when Mario dressed up in the frog suit.
I had enough of your fetishes.
You know, because I like to imagine it was latex and I could jack off to that too.
Mamma mia!
I actually saw. Jesus, I actually saw an episode where they rap the entire cartoon.
That doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Like, that was the musical episode. You know, Fairly Odd Parents had a musical episode.
Well, Fairly Odd
Grey's
Parents
Anatomy had a musical episode. Super Mario Bros. Had to keep up with the high quality,
Like-
you know?
Well, that was like in the 2000s, like after Buffy did the musical episode, then suddenly everyone wanted to do one. But like in the 80s, it was like pretty. I know My Little Pony did a musical one, but like the Mario one, it's like they rap, and they don't rap very well. It's like,
Nope.
It was so. Although I like the theme song where he's like hooked on the brothers. I like that song. That's a good song.
Yeah,
I'm hooked on the brothers, all right. You know what I'm
Hooked
saying?
on the brothers, the brothers.
I need some brothers. Come on, please. I need some money for some brothers, please, please.
No, I was making
Hey,
a jack off joke. You know what I'm saying?
We can't make drug jokes with this show because Captain Lou Albano said that if you do drugs, you're going to go to hell and then you're going to die.
I'm Captain Lou Albano talking to you about drugs. Kids, don't be afraid to say no. Anyone that asks you to use drugs is not your friend. Drugs can and will kill. Remember, don't be afraid to turn to your priest, your rabbi, your minister, your moms, your dads, your teachers, because drugs can kill. And if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die.
Go to hell before you die.
Yeah. Like, I found that PSA forever ago, and I was like, why was this on TV for kids? Captain Lou Albano saying, you're gonna go to hell before you die?
Yeah, you're gonna go to hell and then die. So then you're going to hell twice. Because you're gonna get killed there and then, I guess, die.
Or maybe you're already living in hell when you do drugs.
He actually went on a 20-minute rant that was really vivid about all the torture and, like, oh, you know, Satan will, like, you know, like, destroy you and, like, stab you in the face. And, you know, they cut it down to a nice
30
commercial.
seconds.
Yeah, everyone was just shocked. Like, they're like, let's just let this play out and see how far it went. And he just kept going. That was in the 80s where they had this thing where they would tell you that drug dealers would go and deal drugs to kids, which is, like, true, but not kids who are watching the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Like, kids who were in high school, maybe middle school, but they were making it like you'd be on the playground and some, you know, older drug dealer would be like, hey, kids, you want some cocaine? Like, that never happened, you know?
No way. Drugs are for dorks.
Like, I always thought that was, like, when I was a kid, I took that really seriously. And then when I got older, I was like, wait a minute, what? No, that would never happen. Like, when I was a teen, I accidentally walked by a block where there were a bunch of kids, people would look at you weird. There's no way you could, like, come up with a whole capitalistic idea to sell, you know, cocaine or drugs or whatever to kids. Like, there's, like, no plausible way that would work. I just don't.
How are kids gonna get the money?
Yeah, where kids don't have money. Kids are cheap. Like, they don't have money. You're just gonna get quarters. So it's not even gonna be a good drug dealer. It just doesn't even, you know.
I mean, if it had worked, like, Ed and Eddie would have, like, been selling drugs the whole time.
It just doesn't. But so that was, like, the whole thing in the 80s. Like, they would tell kids, like, when you're, like, in first grade, like, oh, if a drug dealer comes up while you're at recess. But, like, I should have been like, why aren't you watching me better? A drug dealer's coming in the school? What is going on with the security here?
Winners don't use drugs.
Hey, that sounds like a drug user questioning authority. Like, it's just like, I don't know. The whole idea is very, very bizarre to me. I just don't. But that was that whole thing that they were, like, really into.
Anyone remember the video game Narc?
Oh no, the knife, man! 511 in progress. Let's go! Spread 'em!
No.
The fuck?
No.
Okay, basically, Narc was this arcade video game by Midway. Basically, you play this cop and you see some drug dealers on the street and you start shooting them up and just blasting them, and you see their organs fly all over the place.
Dude, that sounds fucking epic.
I don't think anyone raised any controversy over it because you were a police killing drug dealer, so it was okay. It was this ultra-violent video game, but on the cover of the NES cartridge, it just says, say no to drugs.
Oh, I remember that game.
I assume it was supposed to be educational. I don't know, but the final boss is like what looks like the head from the Gorillaz music video, Dare. I think that's what it seriously looks like. A giant head on a platter.
Well, that's the guy who deals all the drugs.
Yeah, every single drug ever. Oh, and also you can also kill dogs in that game. For some reason.
Okay, that's something I wanted.
Dogs.
Well, there were dogs on drugs, so, you know, yes, it's okay. The 80s were hardcore against drugs.
Yeah, it was like, well, it was Reagan's whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
And Thatcher and everybody. I don't know. It was the because we were getting away from the 70s, which everyone did drugs, so then the next generation has to hate what the previous generation did. It's like a thing. It happens every 10 years, you know.
Yeah, but
like how we all hate flip phones. Like, if you have a flip phone, everyone's like, get out of here. You can't have a flip phone.
I don't have a.
I remember,
my dad has a flip phone, and he, like, is very adamant about not getting an iPhone or anything because he hates autocorrect with a fiery passion.
Yeah.
He's like, it makes messages he like literally raised his voice and got visibly angry over it and was like, autocorrect is terrible. It makes all of your messages incomprehensible. And he's just like saying this to his girlfriend, and we're just both there and we're both laughing at it. It's so hilarious.
The machine doesn't understand me.
That's basically how my dad is, but I'm not really one to talk because I have one of those sliding touchscreen phones. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's shit. I hate it.
I just remembered the Double Dragon cartoon based on the video game. Their version of drugs was this radioactive slime.
Oh, that shit will get you so fucked up.
Oh, fuck, dude.
I watched, dude, I was so fucked up on that slime. Damn, dog. I was like...
I got jacked up on the slime. And I turned into a Ninja Turtle.
So that's the secret of the ooze.
I was just about to make that joke. Fuck you.
I smoked some hard ooze, sat down, watched the Max on DVD. I was like, gone. You haven't watched the Max unless you smoked hard slime while watching the Max. Then you know, man. Then you know.
All the 90s, early 2000s cartoons always had that one episode where there was a character you like doing drugs, and you were like, "No, dude, don't do drugs." And then they went through this like epic journey of like getting off and going through withdrawal, and you're like, "No, dude." And then they came out together. They came out okay in the end. You're like, "Thank goodness."
Anyone remember the episode of the Rugrats where Angelica ate too many cookies and she got sick, but then like she tried to cure her cookie addiction by having the babies hide the cookies, but eventually Angelica caught up to them and just ate all the cookies at once and just
whoa
started vomiting horribly.
The real surreal Rugrats one is the one where Tommy's sick and he hallucinates all the parents as clouds and the sun and all that stuff. That's the real trippy one.
And then he imagines like his other baby friends on the ceiling, and then they turn around and see him by twisting their necks 180 degrees.
Oh, do you guys remember that Rugrats episode where they find Grandpa Lou's stash, and then they get fucking high out of their minds?
Let's get chocolate wasted.
And no,
I'm like not sure if this is a real episode.
They smoked weed, and Tommy fell down the stairs and snapped his neck.
Oh my god!
Oh, and that's the whole thing. That's the theory.
Yeah, that's the Rugrats theory.
That's the theory. That's the theory on Frederator's cartoon conspiracies. Is that's how he snapped his neck. And that's why All Grown Up happened. That was how he was hallucinating while all his friends were having fun, and he was like a comatose vegetable.
Well, actually, All Grown Up is actually basically their imagination. Because the first episode of All Grown Up, it was actually a TV special. It was just the Rugrats trying to get away from Angelica, who was trying to murder them. But they were trying to hold the door into the closet, and they were like imagining, like, oh, how are we gonna get out of this, Tommy? What if we were older? And then they imagined themselves older, and that's where All Grown Up started.
So that's why they acted like fucking unrealistically poorly written teenagers.
Yeah, that's the reason. That's exactly the reason.
I think they should have kept going with the Rugrats concept, and they were still like coming up with these adventures, but then like Tommy had to go into like therapy because he was like hallucinating all these things all the time, like he couldn't deal with society. They should have done.
I like to think that Tommy used adventures to cope with his severe depression at the mere age of 1.
Oh, well, isn't the real theory that, like, Angelica is the only real baby and Tommy is a stillborn or something?
Yeah, and Chucky...
No, she killed Tommy, right? And then...
She abused Dill, and he had, like, a brain hemorrhage or something, and that's why he was... something like that.
Wait, what's Chucky's deal?
Chucky was, like, he died with his mom or something, or was a miscarriage or something, and that's why Chaz always acts all fucking weird.
I want to tell the audience that these are all creepypastas. None of this is legit.
Yeah, it is legit, you fucking idiot. Yes, it is. No. You don't know anything about Rugrats lore.
Damn it.
Whoa, things are getting hidden.
I'm very fucking passionate about Rugrats lore. I went to Class Key Supo on a school field trip, and they told me everything. I have the official Rugrats design documents in my room.
I wonder what happened to Klatzy Slupo or Chuplo or what happened to them, because like they haven't made any animations in forever.
I think
like,
that wasn't the company founded by like a husband and wife and they got divorced, and I feel like didn't that kind of was like the beginning of the end or something.
Has anything good ever come from a husband and wife creative team? Because the only other thing I could think of is the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Yeah.
Oh, full circle.
Yeah.
See how the conversation just went full circle right there?
Actually, I noticed when I was reading about the Super Mario Brothers cartoons, it was like they suddenly just stop in '94. I was like, oh, okay. Now I know why they stopped making Mario Brothers cartoons. It wasn't because they weren't popular. It was because Nintendo was like, we're not doing this anymore, because they stopped doing Mario stuff completely at that point. I mean, not games obviously, but movies and cartoons.
Movies and TV shows.
But like, is Pokemon? How is? Why did they let that happen? Is that?
Oh well, that's a different. Game Freak is a different company, and they're published by Nintendo.
Okay, all right.
Okay, but this raises the question: had the Mario Brothers movie never existed, would we have had more Mario Brothers cartoons?
Yes.
I think so. I mean, like, with the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, like, it started out, like, I have all the DVDs, sadly, because Shout Factory released all the episodes, and a long time ago, I bought these, and they're like, I wanted to see what it was, and I was like, wow, this is the worst fucking show I've ever seen, but I kept watching it because it's so hilariously bad. But anyway, like...
Yeah, but like most Deke shows, it has a lot of fetish, like, potential in it, so,
I don't know, but like... But the first season was basically based on Mario's 1 and 2, but mostly numbered the second Mario game, or Doki Doki Panic, with all the Shy Guys and other things. But then you had another season, Super Mario Brothers 3, and then it went to Super Mario World, and that's where it ended. But
three had its own cartoon by itself.
Well, they all had their own cartoon, like. There was Super Mario World, Super Mario 3, and just Mario Show.
No, it was like the show, and then 3 had its cartoon, and then you're saying the same thing? Never mind.
Yeah, there were 3 different like series, I guess. Like it's like the Ben 10. It just kept going with different names.
Well, because 3 was such a huge hit, you couldn't not give it its own cartoon. Like 3 was so massive when it came out. Like everyone had 3. I had 3, and I didn't even have a Nintendo. It was crazy. That's not even a joke.
Yeah.
I don't think I was born and I had 3, so that's just a testament to how big it was.
Like 3 was huge.
Well, my earliest Mario game that I can remember was Mario World.
Oh, for the Super NES?
Yeah, but the weird thing about Super Mario World, the cartoon, is that they got rid of Toad and replaced him with Yoshi and this caveman named Uktar, who's not in the games.
Oh, that's weird.
How do you know? How do you know all this specific stuff?
I watched the show over and over. It's so bad, I loved it.
That raises another question. Why did you watch the show over and over?
It's hilariously bad. It's so cheesy.
The thing about the Mario cartoons was that they were on Saturday morning, but they're always on at like a weird time. And it was like the Sonic cartoon was like kind of taking the spotlight, because I knew way more kids who watched the Sonic cartoon. That started.
As far as I know,
well, the 2 Sonic cartoons, the syndicated one and the Saturday, because they had 2 going on at the same time.
Yeah, because Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog went on for like 65 episodes, but Sonic Sat AM got canceled pretty quickly, not because it wasn't popular enough, but because Power Rangers fucking stole its spot like the fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Power Rangers kind of took... Fox was huge, because they literally had X-Men, Power Rangers, Batman the Animated Series all at the same time. It was like at a certain point on Saturday, it was like, I think it was like 9:30 or 10. You just watch
Bobby's World. Remember Bobby's World?
Actually, that show did really well at the time.
That was a good show.
Eek the Cat, and they had like the weirder stuff. They had the Tick, which did okay, I think. But they still had like X-Men and Power Rangers were huge, and Batman the Animated Series was very popular also. So it was like you were gonna watch them. You didn't want to watch CBS, who had like modestly popular shows. Like, nobody cared.
The way I saw the Mario show at first, well, it was Mario and the Sonic cartoon, and I think maybe the Darkstalkers cartoon, like very early in the morning before school. Like my cousin would wake me up, it's like, hey, you want to watch the Mario show? And we had to get up at like 6 a.m. to watch it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Actually, that's how when Sailor Moon got broadcast in America, it came on at 6 a.m. So like I didn't get to see a lot of it because I really had to be dedicated to wake up at 6 in the morning and watch Sailor Moon. And it was like the only way you could see it. And then they eventually moved it to like a better slot. But it was like a couple of years. It was 6 a.m. or nothing.
Yeah, but we're lucky enough to to see Sailor Moon on like some local NBC affiliate channel at like a respectable time at 3.
Yeah, that they moved it, but for like I think it was the mid 90s. It was like they're like, hey, we respect anime by burying it completely.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what they did.
Well, we didn't know how to handle anime at the time.
No.
Yeah, but it's not until Toonami where anime became like a humongous thing, and then it just fizzled out.
Was that clip you like playing of the kid who was like, I like anime and manga. I like that anime. Akira. I like that shit.
And Miley K. Gilgamesh.
Goku.
Man, yeah, that's the greatest clip. That's the greatest thing ever.
I like them Dragon Balls. Tell you what.
Yeah, that was a commercial for like this anime convention, SakuraCon.
Is it still going?
Yeah, it still goes on to this day, and I wonder if they regret that commercial, because I know the voice of Asuka from Evangelion is the lady in that commercial saying, I love sushi.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
they probably don't because people still.
Speaking of which, where's the Evangelion AIDS thing?
She has it in a cassette tape. You go Twitter her or whatever.
Come on, Tiffany Grant. Come on, everybody tweet Tiffany Grant. Give us the goods. Give us the AIDS. Give us the AIDS. Then we'll have a musical about it. It'll be called Rent.
Yeah. AIDS. Oh, speaking of AIDS, hey, anyone see Straight Outta Compton? That was a great film.
Oh my god.
Well, not like... Well, I don't know, it just jogged my memory of that, but like, Straight Outta Compton was a really great film.
Well, there's this theory that Suge Knight said that he found a way to give Eazy-E AIDS or something.
What?
Yeah, there's been like that theory for a while, and I was like, I don't think Suge Knight is smart enough to do that, but maybe. He is Suge Knight. I'm scared of him. So, Suge Knight, if you're looking for me, Ken said all this.
Uh-oh.
I like Straight Outta Compton. It was...
Yeah.
I'm a big NWA fan, particularly of that album. So it was a cool thing to watch. I think I like the part where their NWA was together more than the second half.
I mean, this reviewer, Double Toasted, who was formerly Spill.com, they described it as essentially the Avengers of hip-hop. That's basically what the movie was.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Only 3 members, because nobody cares about MC Ren.
Yeah, the movie was about Ice Cube, Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, and 2 other guys. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's how it was.
They don't give... MC Ren actually did a lot for NWA, so it kind of sucks they marginalized him. They should have given him a little more spotlight because he was actually really good. He just didn't get to have a successful solo career like Eazy-E, Ice Cube, and Dr. Dre. So
no, they didn't cut to him just writing the script of Friday or anything.
Oh, I like that part. It goes, "Oh, what are you doing? Just writing the script of Friday. Click, 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 click."
He's going like, and you got knocked the fuck out. End of scene.
I like the part where they're in the bed. These are all real scenes, by the way. We're not exaggerating that much. But there's a scene where Dr. Dre's just messing with the keyboard, and then Snoop Dogg goes, "I like that beat," and it's nothing but a G thing, and then he just spontaneously raps the whole thing.
That's how it's done.
I love when biopics do that. I need to see what's that parody, Walk Hard. I've never seen that. I need to see that. Although I've seen the clip where it's where they're all smoking weed, and he's like, I don't know, isn't that addicting? You go, not at all, and there's no side effects whatsoever. And he's like, that's all I remember. I don't know where I'm going with it. But the NWA movie was It was fun. I like the scene where they sing "Fuck the Police," even though they're not supposed to. That scene's awesome.
There's just a build up to it. Like it's just building up. It's like I was expecting like people in the audience to start sing along, saying "Fuck the police" too. Like I was hoping that would happen, but no. I actually saw a lot of people when they started. When in the movie they were performing "Fuck the Police," a lot of people got their phones out to Snapchat that scene, which is I see that a lot now. I don't really understand it. Like they're like, I'm gonna send this to Snapchat. Yeah. Fuck the police, man. Hashtag Detroit or Ferguson. I don't know. Ferguson Explains It All. The infamous Clarissa. My theater was quiet. Well, I mean, it was still a full theater, but no one was doing anything.
Oh, I had a police officer in mine.
Uh-oh.
They had a police officer inside the theater and one outside, and he kept walking back. It was like I was like, dude, I feel like this is the reverse of what it should be, because if they're saying "fuck the police," shouldn't you not be in the theater? I feel like that's like a bad idea. I don't know.
Like, I just imagine he's watching the film. It's like, what did I do? I didn't do anything.
Come on, man. That's not cool.
Oh, Ice Cube hates me. But I saw Are We There Yet? I love Ice Cube. Why would he say that about me?
I saw Are We Done Yet, too.
I took Ice Cube on a ride-along for research for that movie Ride-Along. And now he's mad at me? I don't know. It's weird that it's funny that, you know, we had all those theater shootings this summer, but then they make a movie about a bunch of black kids writing a song called "Fuck the Police," and they're like, "Hey, we need more security. We need more security."
It's like, okay, it's like they said, it's like, wait a minute, all these shooters have been mostly white. So that means we're overdue for a black shooting. So, you know, we're preparing ahead of time.
Oh, you know what? Now that you bring it up that way, I totally see it. So next whatever sort of Asian movie that's coming out, any sort of martial arts film, like they'll be there. No, they'll just make that go to on demand and forget about it. You know? I wish they did the reverse. That if there was a super white people's movie, they'd send they're like the new Woody Allen movie's coming out. We need to have police security.
Damn, it's got a soundtrack by Vanilla Ice and Macklemore and. Well,
wait, what Woody Allen movie? Have you seen a Woody Allen movie?
No, I don't touch kids.
Okay.
Wait, was that the guy who touched his daughter or something?
Well, and he married his adopted daughter.
What the fuck?
Hey, come on, don't knock it till you try it.
Oh.
But hey, Annie Hall's still good. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. But we'll never see Vanilla Ice's career again. He got arrested for, I think didn't his film crew for his Vanilla Ice Project TV series, the TV show where he renovates homes, didn't he get arrested for breaking into someone else's house while filming?
He did? Oh, I didn't know. I thought we were going to talk about his movie Cool as Ice.
No, because he's not cool as ice because he broke the law. He can't. That's not cool at all.
That's not ice.
Yeah, he was arrested at one point for breaking into someone's house.
I didn't know that.
Let's see.
I do know he's one of the few of that kind of era of rappers who you'd hear a couple years later would lose all their money. He's one of the few who didn't lose all his money, who saved his money.
Oh, didn't work out for MC Hammer.
Yeah. No, it did not work out for it. MC Hammer got a movie, but it was just a TV movie, and it starred the guy, the guy from 40-Year-Old Virgin.
What was the movie about?
It was about his life. It was about his whole career and his descent. It was like a VH1 TV movie.
Well, he still has Hammerman, his animated series in the 80s.
I watched Hammerman.
Okay, I was watching Hammerman recently, and the frame rate of the show is so awful. You can see there are no in between frames. It's so jerky and so clunky how it's animated. It was of course by Deke Animation, so they were essentially DHX Media in the 80s.
Well, they would give if you were famous, Macaulay Culkin had a Deke show, right? Wish Kid.
Oh, I don't know that.
You don't know his show? He had a show. It was like, I think, one season, and he had a magical baseball mitt that would grant wishes. And then every time he'd like, people would be like, but you should cure world hunger. He goes, no, I want a skateboard. And
so it's Very Odd Parents.
Well, no, that part I just made up. But he did have a baseball glove, and he did like live action parts at the beginning and the end of the episode. Of course.
That's every 80s show. They have like a live action segment and a cartoon segment.
Although I wish they did what the Jim Carrey... there was only one Macaulay Culkin cartoon, and I don't even think he did the voice. I'm not sure. I really don't. I didn't research Wish Kid, sorry. But I like that the Jim Carrey shows had a crossover. That was cool. Dumb and Dumber and The Mask, right? I think.
No, it was The Mask and Ace Ventura had a crossover episode in their cartoons. Because they both had separate cartoons and they had a crossover.
But The Mask had a cartoon also, right?
Yeah, The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, Ace Ventura all had cartoons.
But the sad thing is the number 23 cartoon never took off. This is tragic. That was going to be such a good one.
No, that's called Gravity Falls.
Ooh, wow, that's kind of a diss, man.
No, I didn't mean like that. No.
That was harsh.
No, Alex Hirsch, please get back to me. We met at Comic-Con.
Wait, you met really? Alex Hirsch?
Yeah, like I was just walking through the convention hall like 3 years ago, and I just saw, he was just walking through it, and I just said, hey, you're that guy. And it's like, yeah. It's like, yeah, so you made Gravity Falls. And it's like, do you want an autograph or something? And I just asked him to autograph my drawing of Dipper and Mabel dressed as the characters from Dead Man Wonderland.
It's like, goddamn, a fucking weeaboo.
Oh, ouch. Big.
I love Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls makes me want to grab my balls.
Oh, damn it.
I was hoping Mario episodes made me want to grab my balls too, man. Yeah. I relate.
We're not talking about Mario. We're talking about Gravity Falls.
Yeah, we're like not good at... We're not good at the topic, but I noticed I tried to look stuff up about this show, and I was like, wow, there's like not much you can look up about this show. Although apparently they improv'd a lot of their dialogue. I read that.
What?
Really?
Yes, that's what they say. I don't know. It's so badly written, the actors. Or Captain Lou Albano, he said that during his 20-minute rant against drugs. That was part of... He was like, I write my own dialogue anyway, so if you take drugs... And they were like, oh, Jesus.
I don't know, there were a lot of guest stars on that show, and...
Oh,
a lot of them...
Yeah, like Dracula. You must be Mario. You must be Luigi. You must be kidding. This place is a dump.
No, that's the best guest star is Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah, they had Sergeant Slaughter and Rowdy Piper on the show once.
Oh, wow.
I forget if they had any other wrestlers. I don't think Hulk Hogan ever showed up.
I believe they had those fucking people on. Damn.
Did you say Cyndi Lauper or no?
Yeah, they had Cyndi Lauper, because weren't they dating at the time?
I don't know if she was dating, but he played her dad in Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Oh, right, now that's what it was. Okay, never mind. Whoops, got that completely confused.
And his thing is he'd have rubber bands on his face. I don't know.
Yeah, that was his gimmick, although he had to shave his mustache, his beard for the show.
Oh, yeah. I like Sergeant Slaughter because I watch G.I. Joe, but is Sergeant Slaughter like a super Christian now or something? What happened to Sergeant Slaughter?
Maybe.
The fact that Sergeant Slaughter wasn't in the new G.I. Joe movies was a mistake of epic proportions. I love Sergeant Slaughter. He was crazy.
Channing Tatum came out and said, yeah, I fucking hate the first G.I. Joe movie.
I think he didn't like either, or just the first one.
Was he signed on for both?
Well, he was killed off very early in the second film.
Well, they killed... What had happened is they shot the second one, and then after they shot it, Channing Tatum's star rose a lot, and they're like, oh, I think we need to shoot more with Channing Tatum. So they, brought him back to shoot even more footage.
Yeah. And then it became, The Rock's movie, and also...
Bruce Willis, who is the original G.I. Joe. It was... The second one's weird, but I like the second one a lot more.
Yeah, but I don't know, when you have a sequel, the thing that they always try to revitalize a movie with is they either add The Rock or Bruce Willis. Because Bruce Willis, you always see him as a cameo character. No one can get Bruce Willis on for a movie more than 10 minutes.
That's because he's apparently a dick, and he's kind of lazy. And he'll do a B movie where everybody thinks he's the shit, but he just got fired from a movie actually a Woody Allen movie this week because he's late. He'd forget his lines and he like wasn't very respectful. And they were just like, you know what, whatever, you're fired.
Yeah, Kevin Smith talks about how much he hated working with Bruce Willis, and like there's also these interviews, like I think he was doing promotion for the movie Red 2, where he was just pissed with the reporter, just like having it.
He was just like, this isn't the part of the movie that's fun. This is the part where I have to. This is like just part where it's part of my job, and he's strange because he kind of just looks like he's given up on life. But then you're like, why do you keep doing so many movies?
And also Expendables 3, he wasn't on there. He got written off.
Oh, because he asked for too much money because he was such a dick about it.
Because he's greedy and lazy, and that's what Stallone said about him.
So, I mean, the thing with Cop Out is like Kevin Smith was asked to write that for Bruce Willis, which is the most pricky thing about it, is that they met when they made Kevin Smith was in the 4th Die Hard, and then he made him, and then so like he wrote it for Bruce Willis, and then Bruce Willis didn't want to do the movie that he was written for him. It's like, what is wrong with you?
Imagine being the Die Hard team and having to work with him for 5 movies.
Imagine watching Die Hard 5.
Dude, Die Hard 5 was a good movie. Come on.
Die Hard. What, the Russian one? That was really bad.
Yeah, I actually thought I was being serious.
I was actually a little worried. I was like, oh man, he like
literally the only thing I like from that movie is that one shot where they're falling down the building, and that was the only good thing about the movie.
Well, I think everyone thought that one shot was going to be like the whole movie, and it was just that one shot. Like,
you thought the whole movie was them falling through buildings?
Yeah, I thought like this has got to be at least half the movie is them fall. It was like epic, like it just a screensaver. That's what I thought.
Okay, like you expect one or two, either one thing or the other from a Die Hard movie. Either a realistic action movie with like the real implications and damage, like how he walked through glass and shit, or something completely balls to the walls retarded.
Yeah, that's like. Well, I think all of the sequels, it's the latter.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
the thing with the first one is the first one contradicts everything the sequels do, because the whole idea of the first one is he's a normal guy, and then the other ones he becomes Stallone. It's like he kind of like they didn't really get how they could really make a sequel to the first one, so they just kind of made action vehicles. But you can't really make a sequel to the first one because he's learned all that shit from the first. So it's like, you just kind of have to make crazy action movies. Just John McClane's there.
I mean, I like Die Hard 4.
No, Die Hard 4 was... people were kind of overly negative because it's PG-13, but I like Die Hard 4. I didn't see what the big deal was.
Die Hard 5 R, or...
I don't know. I don't think anyone cared because it was so fucking bad.
What was the 5th one called? Die Hard...
Or A Good Day to Die. What was the 4th one?
It definitely... after we all saw Die Hard 5, I think we can all agree it was a good day for it to die hard.
Yeah, well, it did well internationally, so I would not be shocked if there's a 6th one. Same with Terminator Genesis broke records in China recently.
And they both casted the same guy for Good Day to Die Hard. His son, Jai Courtney.
Yeah, he's kind of like nobody likes Jai Courtney.
I hear people compare him to Sam Worthington, where he was just like everywhere in 2010 and 2011, and then everyone forgot about him.
Oh wow, yeah, he is. Like, although if you saw the second Divergent movie, he was actually okay in that. But like, he's the only time he's good is if he's a massive asshole. Like when he tries to be a lead, it just ugh.
What's the last thing Sam Worthington's done that's been, let's see, like a full Avatar, Clash of the Titans, and...
Well, he's got those Avatar sequels. He keeps
Call of Duty.
He keeps calling James Cameron about that. He's
when is that gonna fucking happen?
They're making them in New Zealand. They're making 3 sequels at once. I'm not joking.
According to IMDb, 2017 for Avatar 2, like...
Jeez.
No way it's gonna be as successful as the original Avatar.
I mean, the only thing when I hear about the sequels that, James Cameron did make 2 really great sequels before, but that was a different James Cameron ago.
Yeah.
Because Aliens and Terminator 2...
Why does he want to make these movies anyway?
Money.
Yeah, I mean, they were gonna make an Avatar sequel if he wants to or not, you know.
We're gonna.
But I feel like it's weird because nobody likes Avatar anymore. Nobody even talks. The only time people talk about it where they're like, man, how is that the most popular movie ever? What's up with that? That's so weird.
But I remember, like, when they released Avatar, like, it was in the box office forever, and then, like, it was around December when they did that.
Yeah.
But later, like, August, later that year, they said, hey, we're re-releasing Avatar for theaters again, this time with 8 minutes of extra scenes, and then nobody saw it.
They're actually doing that for IMAX theaters again for Jurassic World.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because I saw on TV like, wait, why are they advertising Jurassic World again? It was to say this Friday.
Because the IMAX theaters need they need a way to make money in the end of August, and Hitman Agent 47 certainly isn't bringing in the dough. So, you know, they're no,
it's a change. Come on, man.
Well, if they're gonna give an extended version of Jurassic World, maybe we'll see why that lady deserved to die.
Yeah, that was really sadistic. The more you think about that, it's like all that lady did is like she had to take care of someone else's kids, which was part of her job, and then she just got eaten.
No, she died the worst way possible, worse than the fucking villains. Like this one character who did really nothing. What did they do?
The director of that movie is like apparently like you can't get him upset because he's really thin-skinned. Like he has the studio write to websites about like, please don't stop writing mean articles about me and stuff. I was like, wow, you're fucking lame, bro.
What a fucking baby.
Wait, are you serious?
No, I am serious. Like I've heard from a bunch of people who write for like movie sites that like, because Jurassic World was huge, so people kept writing about it, but they kept writing about how he's not that great and he'd get upset. And then his comments about female filmmakers recently, like I don't know what to think of that guy. Like he seems kind of like reactionary and stupid, you know, because or like what he said about women directing blockbusters.
I can't imagine somebody being that reactionary. I mean,
hey, what's Phil Fish up to today? Let's check him out. Let's see.
Who?
Phil Fish.
He's a game developer who was a massive faggot.
Oh, well, he's an asshole because I don't know. He made this game called Fez, and then he I don't know. He went on multiple Twitter,
and it got mildly popular, and then he couldn't handle what came with fame. So then he blew up against the gaming community, saying it was a terrible business and that everybody should die, and he hopes the gaming industry would blow up.
So is he like the Max Landis of gaming?
I don't like Max Landis.
What?
Yeah.
He did the Death and Rebirth of Superman thing, right?
The video where he's making fun of Superman.
I love that video.
No, look, I like Max Landis, but he just, like, when America Ultra bombed, he was, like, all on Twitter saying, like, oh, original movies can't make money in Hollywood now because and like kept writing all this stuff about how Hollywood's messed up, and I was like, maybe it's because that movie wasn't that great, man. Like, I don't know. I like Max Landis, and I like his videos and what he writes about movies, but I don't like it when
he should just be a film critic, like Nostalgia.
Yeah. No, I actually think he would do better as that than like writing, because American Ultra wasn't that good. I like Chronicle, though.
Don't say that.
Chronicle was great.
I love Chronicle.
You guys want to get into the questions?
Speaking of Chronicle, what's the director of that movie doing now?
Crying in a corner.
Are we talking about Mario? What happened?
Oh yeah, what happened? What shouldn't we do? Is there other Mario things?
I don't know. Chronicle. Hang on. Wait, let me see I know the director did something recently. Josh Trank.
Wait, do you honestly don't know what he did recently?
I'm trying to remember. He did something.
Come on.
Oh, fantastic!
Good job, man.
I was like not sure if you were joking.
Oh no!
Well, he's the one who really ruined because he had a Star Wars. He had one of those Star Wars, and he got kicked off because of what happened with Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah, I think he like chose to get off of Star Wars, directing one of the Star Wars sequels, because I don't know, it was too much pressure to do a big Hollywood film with that much creative control. I don't know.
That's what he said, but no one's sure what happened with that movie, because there's all these reports like he kind of lost his mind, and was like not communicating with the studio, and it's just like,
I don't know. Being under creative control is really stressful sometimes. Like, no, I want it this way. It's like, yeah, you can't do that. Because, I don't know, I had to deal with that for some school project. Trying to work with other people on a creative thing, it's just like, no, please, come on, just do it this way, please.
That's part of the reason I never want to go into animation or anything like that. I just don't like working with people.
But the Fantastic Four, it was like, it seemed like Josh Trank had ideas that were interesting that didn't gel with the studio, and the studio didn't have ideas that gelled with him, and it made this massive mess of like, neither of them knew what to do with that movie. It wouldn't have worked. I mean, who knows? There's so much footage cut out of it. I would like to see his original cut, but
wasn't Josh Trank just a complete asshole anyway? Period.
Supposedly he wasn't so bad when he made Chronicle, but he just like, he would fight with the studio, but it's also the studio. They wanted more action, but they didn't give him enough money to do the action sequences. And then they cut that scene of the thing hanging in the airplane that's in all the ads and everything. That's not in the movie.
Yeah, where he fights all these tanks. That's not. I heard that's not in the movie at all.
No, it's not. And there's there's trailers you can watch online that have like 50% of footage that wasn't in the movie. So it's weird. And then sometimes the movie changes, like tonally shifts between each, like several times. Like one scene you'll be watching and you'll be like, oh, it's suddenly this kind of movie, and the ending feels like a different kind of movie. It just feels like they had too many cooks in the kitchen. And
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks. Whoa! But it just is a mess on a massive proportions, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, Mario.
Yeah, so
Who
Mario
gives
show.
a shit?
Yeah,
You guys want to get into questions? Maybe we'll talk about the Mario movie some other time.
well, that's a whole different.
I would just like to say,
What?
never mind, I lost it.
I thought you were gonna say, "Excuse me, princess."
God damn it, who keeps calling me?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I'll hang up.
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad cause I'm brown. Fucking with me cause I'm a teenager. With a little bit of gold and a pager. Searching my car, looking for the product. Thinking every nigga is selling narcotics.
Questions. If anybody has a question, be sure to start out with the word question so it's easier to find.
Please send it to Pan's Tumblr inbox.
No, send it, put on the YouTube. I'm not going to take your Tumblr questions. But
Especially to his Facebook.
First question. King of the Stupid says, question, what are your thoughts on the financial state of America?
It's okay.
Shit.
Yeah, that's okay. And next question.
I didn't get to say any quirky, snarky response.
You had your chance.
No, I know I didn't. Everybody said it first, and then you were like, next question.
Okay, well, what are you gonna say?
Yes, go on. Go on.
Give your political view on it. Come on.
Come on, Nolan.
I think
Your chance.
I think it's lame.
Edit out Nolan's answer. Let's move on to the next question.
Fuck you, Nolan. Had enough of your shit today.
Yeah.
Glem808. Question, what is your favorite song specifically made for a cartoon show or animated film? Mine is the cover of Danger Zone for Archer Season 5. Thanks for being so funny.
What?
I like how she thinks that we're funny.
Do you have a favorite a
skip
song
this
that was...
question. He's being a suck up.
No.
Maybe the Mastodon song from the Aqua Teen movie.
I like a lot of the stuff from Courage the Cowardly Dog. It's a gerbil's world. Remember that?
A little.
Ramsey.
Or I like the Love Roller Coaster by the Red Hot Chili Peppers from Somebody
it was
America.
It was a cover, but it existed.
Well, that person picked a cover. The question person.
Yeah, that guy, whoever that was, didn't follow their own question guidelines. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Asshole. Theme songs. I don't know, the Digimon soundtrack, because there's a lot of songs that I'm trying to find, like, in the American version of Digimon that had a different soundtrack than the Japanese one. They have this one song that sounded like the Back to the Future theme, like this orchestral knockoff of it, and I've been trying to find that, and I can never do. It's just hard to find. Like, I found, like, something similar to it from the Digimon movie soundtrack, but it's not the same. Yeah. But
Isn't the Digimon movie soundtrack mostly just pop songs?
Yeah, yeah. It was pretty much a time capsule of the early 2000s. You had Mighty Boss Tones, Bare Naked Ladies, I think Sum 41. It reeks of the early 2000s. It's terrible.
Actually, the SpongeBob, the first movie soundtrack, if you cut out the Avril Lavigne song, is really good.
Cool.
It is.
Everything's great, but Avril Lavigne.
No, it's like I used to really like that soundtrack, and then when I burned the CD, I unchecked the Avril Lavigne's theme song, the song in it, and I tell people like, yeah, all you got to do is just not listen to that song, and it's a great album.
What's your beef with Avril Lavigne, man? Come on.
I don't like Avril Lavigne.
How fucking dare you? I love Avril Lavigne.
It's not. It's just her doing the SpongeBob theme. It's stupid. Like
SpongeBob. SquarePants.
Yeah, it's like it's awful. But then the rest of the songs are cool.
She was a squirrel. He was a sponge. Can I make it any more obvious?
I'm gonna fucking punch you.
No, don't be mean to my sister. Oh.
Stop calling her your sister, you fucking weirdo.
Well, she's my cis, C-I-S-ter. You know, she's like...
That joke's never been funny and never will be funny.
How dare you? She's a cis. She's a cis lord.
Oh my god, it's so cringy.
What's going on right now?
She's got the Republic on her side, and all those battle droids. The one with the circle, you know, those droids that circle up.
Jim, looks like your army of robots has some competition.
Yeah, cis lords. I'm talking about Star Wars, the Clone Wars. Okay, so next question. Let's see. Black Belt Sergio says, question, what was your high school freshman year like?
It was good.
Jim probably doesn't remember. Did you?
What?
That's what they wrote. That's what they wrote.
Oh, they wrote that? I
Number
don't like this person already.
Number 2, did you have a lot of friends in high school?
No. Wait, is this just me, or is this ever? I'm confused about this.
Yes, I guess they asked you specifically, Jim.
Wait, really?
It's for everyone.
Can you think back
for everyone.
50 years ago when you were in high school?
Well,
I think
it was a lot like it was the 50s, so it was, you know, I was trying to find someone to go to the Enchantment Under the Sea dance, and
yeah, to the malt shop.
And your dad, Mr. Plinkett, refused to take you.
Yeah, but then this guy Calvin Klein showed up, and he helped me out with the ladies, so it all worked out, you know.
Yay. But I think we were all cringe lords in freshmen.
Yeah, it's not like a great year.
Is that the preferred term, cringe lords?
I had a good freshman year. My sophomore and junior years were the worst, and then senior year was great. Because that's when I had the most friends, even though most of them aren't friends anymore.
Well, that's just like high school. You're not going to be friends with everyone forever.
Can I start over and go to 21 Jump Street or Monster High, please?
Shut up, Pan.
Well, 21 Jump Street's not a school. It's a...
You know what it is.
I mean, I do know what it is.
Yeah, I do know what it is. It's a fucking street.
You know what I'm talking about. Hang on, I gotta find my plug to
Wait, are we still recording? What's going on?
Oh, yeah, I am. I'm just gotta plug in my charger.
Now I have to think about what was freshman year.
Let's see. I was a shitty 90s kid, and I would get into arguments about Naruto with people. Oh, and this one time, like, I don't know, me and my friend Anthony were running through no, not Miguel. Me and Anthony were running for gym. You know, we had to run laps, and like, I don't know, somehow we got into an argument, and then I was like, we were wrestling, and I ripped part of his shirt off, and then he just said, "You can't beat me, Pen. I'm more dark than you."
What?
I don't know.
So you ripped off his shirt?
Like his soul is darker?
I think we were watching too much anime in Kingdom Hearts, and I don't know. That's what happened.
I have multiple anime stories, all from other viewpoints. But my coworker, he was I've told this off the podcast, but I won't tell it on because it's really, I think it's funny. He was in class in like 6th grade or something. And this one kid was giving him shit, and he was just being an annoying little idiot, you know, like how all tough kids are in 6th grade. Mm-hmm. And he just wouldn't stop, like, egging my coworker on. And like my coworker wasn't that bothered by it. He was just more like, okay, whatever, you do whatever. And then this kid stands in front of my coworker and like shoves his arm in front of him, like in that protective anime stance, and goes, "I'll fight you."
What?
Oh shit!
And then later when the whole situation quelled, nothing actually happened. My the coworker was just like, "Dude, what was that about?" And then he's like, I don't know, something just came over me." But no, one of my favorite stories though comes from my friend Chris. He you know those running things where you like run to the one end of the gym, then the thing would beep, and then you have to run to the other end.
Yeah.
Well, he was one of the he and another kid were the last ones, and they were trying to finish up their laps, and they were obviously pretty tired because you know it's the last thing. And then I'm laughing thinking about it. What the other kid does, he fucking clasps his hands together, does Naruto hand signs, and then starts bolting it like Naruto, and he actually finishes before Chris does.
Fuck, so it really does work.
It really does work.
Wow.
Damn.
A friend of mine back home from Wisconsin said when he was really young, he was like 8, so, you know, this was that ripe old age. He said that he did the Sonic run for one of his his gym classes, and he said it actually works.
Bullshit.
And I was like, oh. I was a huge Sonic fan at the time, and even I thought that was cringy.
I guess my real freshman year was, I was like actually friends with all the seniors, but they were the dorkiest seniors because it was a small school, and I saw this one kid, and he was like a weird kid, but he was like saying he looked like Wolverine, and I was like, no, you look more like Sabretooth, and they like let me hang out with them. But then there were seniors, so I lost all that the next year because they all graduated.
Damn.
So it was
Where
like,
is your god now?
so I was like not friends with any of the freshmen because I was like, well, they're lame. They don't have cars and stuff. But then the only thing we do is like one of them had a senior party, but it was just a party with lots of video games and pizza. And I remember like we went to his house when he got Super Smash Brothers on N64, and that's when I learned I was really good at Pikachu. Or I should say just annoying as Pikachu. But yeah, my freshman year was weird because it was like not, the rest of high school was like me and my one friend Russ, who's in the Yes I Love It Knock Force video, because him and I were like, we'll hang out with the seniors, and then everyone left. It was just me and him. So it was like kind of, that was my real freshman year, I guess.
And then Russ was like, well shit, that kind of backfired.
Yeah, it was like we were just like, it's that didn't work out, did it? And then he went to college, so that was the last 2 years was just me, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Next question. Sir Busty Obles question. In your opinion, what is the best way to learn the basic of drawing? Okay, my art teacher for college recommended this. Buy the How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. It's made by Stan Lee, and I don't know, he said it's a very simplified version of how to draw anatomy. But the basic thing is, if you learn to break everything down into basic shapes, like, you know, like start with a circle and then draw the details around it, things become a lot easier.
My friend who also is in college right now, he had a college professor that recommended that. And Andrew Loomis books, he does proportion books and stuff, I think. So that too.
I would say like anyone I know who's drawn professionally just draws literally all the time. Like they can't not draw.
Always practice, yeah.
Yeah, just like draw as much as you can, because I mean if you don't want to do it all the time or even that much, I would, you know, really think about how much you want, you know, if you want to continue with it. But if you like honestly, like if I'm saying like they draw all the time and that excites you, then that's probably a good sign.
Yeah, you know? Also ask people who, you know, are professionals and not people who just draw on Tumblr, you know?
Yeah. Draw the red nose. Draw it, damn it.
Nose, yeah. Do that.
You have to make sure that A, your protagonist is female, B, they are a person of color, and C, they have a half-shaved comb over.
They're brown, but we don't know what brown ethnicity they are.
Exactly.
It's mystery brown.
It's mystery brown. That should be a Dum Dum flavor. You go to the Dum Dum factory, and they're
if you're gonna make your character brown, at least make them Mexican. Damn it! Quit trying to hide the truth.
Ambiguous.
Don't hide what's inside. Hey, what's going on? I love the TUMBLR. It's so great. Yes. Hey, oh.
Anytime I talk to anyone like my parents about Tumblr, they're always like, I know what Tumblr is. And I go, okay, so I'm on the dashboard. And they go, hold up, what? What's it? A dashboard? I go, yeah. So when I reblog, you go, so that's not your blog? I was like, yeah. Okay, never mind.
So you're trying to get your parents into social media?
No, they were just like, there's a couple times they've asked like, what's the deal with my Tumblrs that I have? And I'm trying to explain to them and they don't like get it. They're like, so how many people look at the site? And I go, no, that's not, you know what? Let's just people look at it. You don't need to know. I don't.
If my parents ever found out about my Tumblr, I'd be butt fucked.
Yeah. If they find out I want to screw cartoon skeletons, I don't know what's gonna happen.
They'd be proud of you for honoring your heritage. Dia de los Muertos, panboy!
Yeah.
You should do a top 10 animated skeletons you want to fuck.
I was gonna do that. But
wait, really?
Eventually.
Jim, don't give him ideas, you idiot.
I already had that idea, but I don't know. I was thinking like Halloween, maybe.
I'm gonna get when that video goes
You better
up.
put Grimm on the list.
Of course.
Grimm is the best.
Next question. DBZ Poke Nintendo question: do you find streaming ultimately taking over television a good or bad thing? And Pan always talks about streaming. When did he start streaming shows? This decade or the 2000s? Okay, I hate streaming because my internet is garbage, and so because it doesn't buffer, like, let's say, like what it should do is like I click on a video, it should load up and I can wait for it to load up, but no, instead it's streaming, so it doesn't load like that. You have to stream it as you play. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I hate streaming.
I don't think it's like TV networks are over, because most people in the country and the world still watch TV in the traditional way. So we're not as far as like TV and the media likes to push us further than we actually are. But like the problem I have with streaming versus like DVDs and Blu-rays is that I wish they put special features on Netflix or Hulu, and I know they can do it because with House of Cards they put up commentaries for every episode at one point. And so obviously this is something they've thought about, so why don't they have like the commentaries for movies on Netflix as like an extra feature, or like a making of, or so, like then they would totally take out the DVD Blu-ray market. But I'm assuming there's a reason they don't want to do that. So
maybe it just takes up too much space. Since it's a cloud thing.
It's to encourage you to also buy it on Blu-ray, because I don't know, when I went to Redbox, on the DVD it says cannot access these special features. Be sure to buy the real Blu-ray.
Yeah, they don't want you to. They still want you to buy this stuff. So that's also.
What do you want from me?
Also, I mean, I have other problems with streaming, which is the qualities. You know, you can still buy DVDs and Blu-rays that are going to be better quality, and they don't often have the best restored version that's available. And then also that they can just take stuff down when they want. So if you like a movie, you should still buy it, because you could like. Have I told my Friday the 13th streaming story on this podcast before?
I don't think so.
Oh, this is like my legendary streaming story. This is why I tell people don't count on streaming, because so it was Thursday the 11th, or Thursday the 12th, sorry. Thursday the 12th. And I was like, oh, cool, they have all the Friday the 13th movies on Netflix. When I get home, I'm just going to watch a bunch of them. And I get home and they're all gone. And I went on Twitter and people were pissed the fuck off because they were going to have like a party with watching Friday the 13th movies, because the night before they were like, well, obviously Netflix isn't going to turn off all the Friday the 13th movies on Thursday the 12th. What kind of a dumb idiot would do that? Well, they did. And it's happened before. Like I've heard of them taking down Christmas movies like during Christmas season, like all sorts of dumb shit that you'd be like, who would do that? But They've done it. So
You have to buy it now.
So if you really like a movie, don't go like, yay, it's on Netflix, because they could take it away. Like, you know, that's the biggest problem with streaming is we're going to live in a world where if you want to watch a show, they could take it away for years and then you not have it back. So, you know,
Yeah.
I don't think people want that.
I feel like, though, they should have a combination site where it's like Netflix plus Amazon, where you can buy the movie and be saved to your library. And then, like, if it gets taken off of, like, public streaming, you'd still have the original copy, like,
Well, I
saved.
think they have that with that, what's that thing that nobody uses where you buy a movie and it goes in the cloud?
Ultraviolet.
Yeah, I think they have that, but nobody does it.
Okay, because I feel like companies are trying too hard to go streaming now, because like if you look at computers, like if you try buying a computer or a laptop now, sometimes they don't even have the disk drive anymore, which we still have disk-based media being sold, so it's like they're trying to kill it.
They're trying to phase it out, yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to phase it out, but no, it's not the time yet. I don't want to live in a world where we're too dependent on internet, because I want the physical thing or something that I know it's permanent.
No, they do that. Well, now they have the thing where you have the USB drive, disk drive thing, so you have to buy an extra thing, and those sell really well. So I don't know why they're.
Oh, that reminds me. So sometimes me and my friend we rip Blu-rays and DVDs, because they have the Blu-ray ripper, I don't know, some external device and some program or something. So I like to just have all these Blu-rays and things on a terabyte hard drive, and sometimes I would watch them on my PS3, but it turns out, like, they're encoded, the audio is encoded so that it does not play on the PS3 after 20 minutes, and it just mutes the audio. It's like, it's my thing, I deserve to watch it, you fucks.
Whoa, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I was trying to watch The Raid Redemption, and then the audio just, like, cleared out. I was like, what happened? This is my movie.
So wait, if you own it and you rip it onto, like, an external hard drive or something,
yeah,
you can't, it cuts off the audio. Like,
yeah,
it's a
after, like, 20
fail-safe?
minutes.
Or is it, like, a glitch or something?
No, it's a fail-safe. It on the screen, it says, this audio is protected by Cinevtech or something.
Is it only for PS3, or?
I think it's for PS3, but I don't know what else. But yeah, a lot of people reporting for the PS3 and having that problem. Yeah.
That sucks. That's like, I don't know, but that's the one thing that worries me about
Big Brother shit.
Yeah, streaming.
Oh, no.
Streaming is cool, but I do feel like we're going more towards where corporations own everything. They're like know exactly what you can watch. And the cool thing about the VHS era is, sure, most people are watching new releases, but you could watch whatever you wanted. And I feel like we're going away from that to where
And they still tried to control what you watched with the VHS thing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like Blockbuster, the new release section looked all nice and fancy, and then all the old releases would be all like sun damaged and in a corner with like dust bunnies and stuff. And like, if you want to get those, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, because sometimes you would look at because the windows would have the light shining through, and any DVD that was there for a long time, all the paper, the ink would just dry up and just turn bluish, and that's
you could tell if a VHS had been there forever because the sun damage was so extreme. It was like, what the hell happened?
I know, like I didn't think like ink would evaporate like that from paper. I guess I think that's what it is.
I guess so. Yeah, or anything from the early days of VHS would look like you're like, what is this I'm renting? I hope it's the right thing. I can't even tell.
Yeah, but I don't want to live in a world where there's just like where we're too reliant on internet connection. Because like I was trying to play Splatoon, and okay, there's two modes in Splatoon. There's the single player mode, which is like a platformer like Mario Galaxy, but then there's the real shooter mode, the thing that's advertised in all the commercials. But the only way to play that is to play online, and I don't want to do that because
like there's no local.
Yeah, there's no local play, and the thing with that is you can't choose what level you want to play. It goes by a scheduling thing. Like at 7 o'clock it's this level, 8 o'clock it's this other level, and it's just like I bought this game. I want to play what I want to play. You fucks.
And the worst part is the servers are going to go down one day because nobody will be playing it anymore. But so there will be some people who are hardcore dedicated to it,
I mean, there's like PS3 games that were online shooters, like Massive Online Game. It was just a shooter, but now you cannot play it anymore because the servers are down, and they didn't include fucking AI opponents to fight against. At least include AI opponents so I can play single player when there's no online connection.
Yeah. And you know, the worst part about the whole digital thing is that it kind of takes away the magic from, like, you know, just getting together with people and going to do something. Like, I mean, you can argue you can kind of still make something about that, but you can't replicate that kind of experience where you're like, oh shit, what do you want to do? Well, let's go out and maybe get a pizza. We'll go to the movie store, buy some snacks. Like,
yeah, that's like what I was talking about before with Smash Brothers. Like, that was like a fun Friday night I had where, like, we got a pizza, I remember it was a Meat Lovers pizza. We got all these sodas, and we all hung out in this guy's family room and played Smash Brothers for 7 hours. And it's like, now you just like, oh, let's work this out on Twitch, and like, you know, we'll meet at 7, and like, you would never leave your house. It's like, that would suck. Like, that was like, you know, I can't. Oh, that's
and there's some games that are just like getting rid of local multiplayer for some reason. Like, you can't play with the person sitting next to you. You have to play with them in their house online.
Yeah, but also, like, what I'm also trying to make a point of is, like, part of the fun was like going and picking out a movie with your friend and being like, instead you just come over and just like browse and be like, oh, maybe we can watch that. Oh yeah. But like, I feel it was a lot more fun just browsing everything.
Blockbuster. You should have supported us.
I mean, I don't know. Sometimes when you scroll through Netflix, I kind of sort of get that feeling, because you always see these weird movies you never heard of. It's like, what is this? And you kind of are inclined to click on it and see what it is.
Yeah,
and it's like something horrible.
I wish they had more, like, I kind of wish they do, like, have a section that would come up and go, hey, here's some, like, because it's all newer or 90s movies. Like, I wish they'd kind of do some older stuff or some different stuff that you might be into. But they don't really, like, get you into new movies or shows. They just kind of like you to like the new stuff or the newish stuff. It's just kind of boring. I know Amazon Prime has a lot of older movies and a lot of stuff that's, like, rare that you can't get anywhere else. But, like, Netflix, like, they have Buster Keaton, I think, but not too much. I don't know. I'm not a huge Netflix person.
No.
So.
Here's what they should do. Like, Xbox or PlayStation should just have like some sort of interface where you create a character and then you have your character walk through Blockbuster and you can scan which movie you want to see, and it's connected to Netflix. You get the same experience but virtually.
I mean, I don't know. I was never a huge fan of Blockbuster when it was going because they'd never have all the cool weirder stuff. But Blockbuster lasted way longer than the mom and pop places that had like a cult movie section and stuff like that, you know, or an animation section that wasn't just Disney and maybe, you know, Don Bluth or something, like, you know.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Although one of the saddest moments I had in Blockbuster is like, okay. I don't know if I told the story about the Spider-Man 64 game here.
I think maybe. I don't know.
But just in case. This was like 2003 or 4, and my Blockbuster didn't have GameCube games. They had PS2 and Xbox, but no GameCube. But they did have Nintendo 64 games, even though they stopped making it. And I was like, what the hell? I'll take Spider-Man 64. I'll play that again. And like, the game was in those glass cases that only the co-worker guy.
I remember this story.
Oh man, well I'm finishing the story.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So I took it up front, and then the guy gets the case, and then he's trying to open it, and he's there for like 5 minutes, and he's like, you know what? Sorry, man, I can't open it.
Using his hands, like trying to open it.
No, he's using this thing that's attached to like the desk of that thing, and he's trying to open it. And it's like. Oh, sorry, man, I can't open it. And then, what? And that's it. I didn't get to rent a movie because that guy couldn't fucking open the case.
They were like, I don't know. Blockbuster would sometimes have a lot of stuff, but then I don't know. It was cool just to do it, but I like I miss the mom and pop places that I remember one place had rentable NES games until they closed in the mid 2000s or late 2000s. And like people would still rent NES games there.
I don't know. I go to half price books to get that experience of just searching through random DVDs I never heard of because I don't know. There's some weird stuff that I found. It's like Johnny Nitro's Karate Adventure, which was a shitty how to do karate thing for kids. I don't know. But
have we found him yet?
No, yeah, we tried to get Johnny Nitro Karate Adventure on the podcast, but he has not responded.
Oh,
what an asshole,
fucker!
If anyone knows Johnny Nitro,
or some call me Johnny. Why hasn't he gotten back to us? He said he would, but
come on, Johnny. Come on, Dad.
Johnny. Yes, Pop.
Johnny.
Please, don't pull a Butch Hartman on us. Oh, well, I guess we should ask one more question.
Okay.
What? We're not asking the questions. We're taking them, you idiot.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's make up a question.
Here's one that's probably on there. Can I be on the podcast? No.
No, I don't know you people. Who are you? No one. I don't know you. I never met you. You think I want to just talk to random strangers online that I've never met? No, because I don't know, because sometimes people are like they can't even hide the fact that they have ulterior motives, and they're saying stuff like, hey Pan, I love your videos so much, and they really get me through tough times, but also, can I be on the podcast?
Wow, it's not like you're trying to fucking kiss ass or anything.
Yeah, that doesn't sound desperate whatsoever.
Hey, can I be on the podcast? I'm going to publish my new book.
I don't know. Can you? Can you be on the podcast?
Wait, can you write a book?
No, I'm lying.
Hey, get ready for Loki IRL now in online, LokiIRL.tumblr.com. It's gonna be awesome, yay or awful.
Hey, I have a question. Will Loki IRL be the best thing ever?
Hopefully, I don't know. It's probably gonna be awful.
Someone asked the question, "Who is the most attractive cartoon female you have ever seen?"
What do you think, Raven? Duh. Fuck you, yeah.
Right now.
Who else would Raven?
You think
there's someone else besides fucking Raven? Doesn't Raven give you a region?
I mean, you know, Betty Boop, but also
Betty Bummer, because she sucks.
Also the if you ever watched the Disney Peter Pan with Tinkerbell, they go a little too far with her.
What do you mean?
That part where she's stuck in the keyhole, and then they start like spanking her and stuff. That's a little too much, I think.
What the hell?
That's part of the movie where she gets.
Yeah, I remember.
You don't remember that? That she stand on the mirror thing and she realized how big her butt was.
Yeah, like they really play that up. Like I watched that again and I was like, "Whoa, Tinkerbell, you're really throwing it out there."
Damn, yeah. I mean,
but they had a.
We don't have any more questions. Goodbye.
What do you guys think of Metal Gear Solid 5, baby?
What do you think? Metal Gear. What about Metal Gear? Someone was asking about Metal Gear. Answer the question, Nolan. You like Metal Gear?
Yes, I love Metal Gear, and I'm excited for 5.
That was the end of the podcast. Good night, everybody. Metal Gear.
Yeah. Goodbye, Mario. Woohoo!
She works at Hot Topic, his heart microscopic. She thinks that it's love, but to him it's sex.
He listens to emo, but Fat Mike's his hero. His bank account zero. What comes next?
Same song, different chorus. It's stupid, contagious to be broken famous. Can somebody please save us from Punk Rock 101? My dickies, your sweatpants, my spiked hair, your new bands. Let's throw up our rock hands to Punk Rock 101.